Hey, David and Marianne, I just played with this plan just a little bit to see if there was a way that we could maybe get a little bit more out of this bathroom. And I'm just going to give you this as an option. I know this is taking it further than you want to, but I just wanted you to know that there might be some options worth pursuing. I agree that the shower that we did in our last plan is a little bit small for the bathroom, and I'm just wondering if it doesn't make sense to domino into a plan more like this if we really want to get a good bathtub in that bathroom. So here's a thought on rearranging. This is kind of turning into a full master bath remodel at this point. Like I said before, we're not all the way there in the last plan. We're keeping vanities, we're keeping more in place, but this is just worth considering if we really want another option. So I at least wanted to give you something that maybe solves all of the problems that we were looking at, even though it does turn into basically remodeling the bathroom. But here's another layout to consider. So what I basically did is push the closet entry door down here to the end, so that is going to require us having to do a little bit with the closet organization, where we probably take off this section here to where you can walk in, and we add it over here. So this would be more like, an L type closet, where we lose a little bit coming in here instead of coming in the middle. We push those walls back, that are sticking out right now, kind of separating the vanities, and combine these vanities into one basically. So we've got still drawer stacks and separate sinks, but basically just combining those vanities into one longer vanity. Keep the toilet, water closet where it's at, still put the pocket door on it, and then we basically just build a nice walk-in shower. I've got it right now with a half wall with glass on top, and no door. Um, we could pull a wall across here, even come down to here and put a glass door on it if we want to consider that. But it's long enough that we could walk in the back and not necessarily require having a door. We could put a bath mat right here. I have got a towel bar right here, leaving this window where it's at, and then so this, we wouldn't have to move windows around or anything like that in this scenario, leaving that where it's at. But this would be like a handheld, a rain head, and a shower head. But this would be a very nice shower that would make sense for this bathroom and for your house. Then the tub, just made sense for this layout right down here. I did widen that window to a 48-inch wide picture window. Typically, we would do some kind of either like half curtain across the middle, for privacy, or you can do opaque glass, so a lot of different things for privacy, but I always like it when it's just centered over the tub. So it just makes a lot more sense for that. You've got the square footage in that bathroom to pull this off well. I just know we were trying not to domino into just tearing out everything and starting over. So here I want to show you the 3D rendering. I can kind of cut the roof off of it and show you what that would look like from the inside. So this would be vanities down here. You'd have your own, mirrors and sinks, and we can do whatever configuration we want since we're building a new vanity. But I would recommend drawer stacks, and get as much as you can for organization. A lot of times they'll add plugs to the drawers. Typically on her side, I would put in plugs where you can leave blow dryer and straighteners and that stuff plugged in, and they have their own place in the drawer, so you don't have to plug them in up on the wall. But we can do a lot with that vanity. And then, there's the tub straight ahead. It feels really nice and framed by this half wall. Then here's your shower. Obviously, we would tile the walls. I just kind of threw this together quickly, so I don't have it totally finished. But I would tile these two walls here. You can do a lot with, the fixtures. Typically around the corner, I would put, sorry, this ended up a little high for some reason. The controls basically for the shower heads would be right here, so you don't have to walk all the way in to turn them on. And then also I like to do like built-in niches where I can hide your soap and all the bottles and stuff down here, so that visually you don't see them when you're out in this space. And then down low we would typically do like a 9-inch foot niche for shaving. to prop your foot up on. So this all of a sudden becomes like a really nice walk-in shower where you've got plenty of space. It makes sense for your house. Back here you can hang towels. We can do a lot with that, and then the tub kind of becomes more of a focal point, which just looks really nice when you're talking about a tub. So anyway, just a thought. I know this may be a little outside the box, but I want to at least throw you an option that sort of solves all those different issues, and just get your thoughts on that. So hopefully this helps at least get the wheels turning a little bit, and just let me know what you think. Talk to you soon. Bye.